Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about updates from qualifying for the Chinese Grand Prix. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description. But let's jump straight into the video. So yeah, we've just had qualifying for the Chinese Grand Prix and well, it was McLaren back on top. Now, I think going into the Chinese Grand Prix weekend, McLaren were the favourites, and during sprint qualifying, McLaren did have the pace. And it was close with Ferrari, but you go to SQ3, and yeah, McLaren just didn't get it right. That gave Ferrari an opportunity. But you go into main qualifying, and yeah, McLaren really stepped it up. They looked quick throughout all the sessions. They delivered when it mattered in Q3, and Oscar Piastri managed to take pole position, his first in Formula 1, so well done to him. And Lando Norris went P3. I reckon Norris would have been P2, but he made some mistakes on his last lap in Q3, so he bailed out of the lap. That allowed George Russell to split the two McLarens. He went P2, so he did a really good job in that Mercedes. He was quite close to Piastri's pole position time, but in the end, both the laps Piastri did in Q3 would have been good enough for pole, so well done to him. And speaking about taking pole, Oscar said, I found a lot of pace in Q3, Q1 and Q2, I was genuinely struggling and the car came alive. I came alive in Q3. The laps were a little bit scruffy, but I'm just pumped to be on pole. Now, one thing we learned from the sprint race was that tyre wear is going to be key. You know, it's quite high degradation around this circuit, and if you're stuck in dirty air, that's probably going to make the issue a lot worse. So you want as much clean air as possible. And we saw in the sprint race, you know, Oscar, who started the race in P3, he was quite quick behind Verstappen and was eventually able to get past him, but then couldn't close up on Hamilton in front because it did look like his tyres were pretty much gone at that point, you know, trying to get Verstappen. And speaking about his race expectations for tomorrow, Piastri said, I want to make sure I keep the clean air. I was pretty happy after the sprint. We did the most we could. I would have been happier with one spot higher, but with how the race turned out, I couldn't have asked for much more. I feel like we learned a lot, and I'm looking forward to putting that into use tomorrow. Now, one team that will be disappointed after qualifying is Ferrari. You know, they looked so much better in the sprint. Lewis Hamilton qualified on pole for it, and then in the race, he got off to a good start, and then was able to look after his tyres. He maintained the gap to the cars behind, and in the end, he managed to win by just under 7 seconds. So yeah, a really good job by Hamilton in the sprint, and Ferrari looked to have really good pace in race pace, looked to have really good tyre wear. And yeah, as I say, Hamilton took pole for the sprint race, so Ferrari also looked good over one lap. But yeah, in qualifying for the main Grand Prix, Hamilton's only P5 and Leclerc is only P6. So yeah, a disappointing session for them. They would have gone into qualifying optimistic, and it just wasn't to be. And Hamilton has revealed that car changes between sprint and qualifying did hurt the balance, with him being quoted by Sky F1 as saying, we started really optimistic, but we made a couple of changes and it really put the car on a knife edge. The wind picked up a little bit as well, so the car was trickier to drive and harder to put laps together. You want a car that's balanced. At the moment, from one corner to the next, the car has a different balance. We made the change, then all of a sudden in the high speed, it was overbalanced. So you want a car you can rely on, and when you attack the corners, you know it will stay with you rather than knock up or go into oversteer. When it's unpredictable, you have no hope. So yeah, maybe Ferrari should have just kept the car as it was. But yeah, going into the main Grand Prix, the team do have work to do. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos. And until the next one, take care. Bye.